it hasn't stopped.
Gas, 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 push, 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 push. Ah, you release the gas, it's not good.
There's so many people that have gone off on this today. Holy shit. How are we already at 200? I think that's the fastest I've ever gone in my entire life. There has been a little bit of a up. Guys, we have a crazy few weeks coming up.
Yeah, and I'm not going. All right, I quit.
You're going somewhere. So as you saw at the beginning of this video, this vlog is going to be me heading to Europe for about 2.5 weeks with 2 different brands. I'm flying up with Hyundai and then I'm there with Volkswagen. Jacob is going away to Korea during that time as well. But this vlog is going to be my Europe trip, and don't worry, Jacob's Korea trip.
I'll be filming it too.
He'll be filming it too. So it's actually about a week until I go away to Europe. And the reason I am filming this a week in advance, where normally we would just film on the day, is because I am bricks.
You've got to drive on the ring.
I'm driving on the Nordschleife Nurburgring.
That's the full track.
That's the full track. So I'm going to be doing the full 20 kilometers on the track
of the green hell.
And I'm not going to lie, I have gone off so many times. So I'm
not as bad as me though.
Jacob didn't do much better. Let's just put it that way. So first I'm going to take you through my sim setup, because I have actually gone through a whole bunch of layers over the last month. I've upgraded and upgraded and upgraded, and this video hasn't been sponsored, but I have had gear sent to me and it's really, really cool. So Jacob, I'm going to bid you farewell.
Goodbye, friend.
I'll see you in Melbourne. Good
luck.
We're going to different parts of the world, but I need to show you guys exactly what we're dealing with here, because it's
next level.
It's literally a next level racing setup. So let's look at it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so naturally, you guys, you want to know what the hell is even going on. It's actually really exciting. Jacob and I have received 5 different international launch invites over a 2-week period. But unfortunately, because we're only 2 people, we can go to just a few of them. So I'm heading to 2, Jacob's heading to 1. I am going to Germany and Spain for 2 different car launches. This video is going to be the first car launch, and that is with Hyundai. Super exciting. I got a call from their head of PR and they're like, Matt, we want you to come with us to Germany because we are launching the new i30N and i20N. And we're wondering if you wanted to be one of the first people in the world to drive the new facelifted i30N around the Nürburgring. You can guess where the conversation then went. I said yes. Yes, right now, yes. So that's what this trip is going to be about. But I'll be honest with you, I am terrified, really, really worried, because the Nürburgring is one of the biggest tracks in the world, if not the biggest track. It's over 20 kilometers and it's quite technical, and people are known for going off. Now, can I call myself a sim racer? No, I'm not much of a sim racer, honestly. But what I am is crafty. That's what I am. So my big thing was that I need to know how to drive this track. Well, I thought rather than just taking you guys on the track and driving the i30N around, which of course we will be doing, I wanted to spice things up a little bit. You see, the head of PR at Hyundai Australia, he's a guy called Bill. But interestingly, Bill used to be the editor of Top Gear BBC in the UK. And he told me when he invited me to this event that his first experience ever on the Nürburgring, well, he had practice on PlayStation 2 Gran Turismo driving a Nissan 350Z, and then he got to drive a real-life Nissan 350Z on the Nürburgring. And that was his popping of the cherry, if you will, for the Nürburgring. So I'm like, yes, I want to do the same thing, but with the i30N. And my journey, it has not been straightforward, and I have been hooked up with a lot of really cool gear, which I'll tell you all about in a second. So I started like a lot of people do. I just went to my local JB Hi-Fi and I bought myself a Logitech G923 racing setup. It's a small wheel, pedals, and I also bought the shifter to go with it, the manual shifter. And look, if I'm being totally honest with you, and I think for a lot of people, it will do the job fine, but it's not that great. It's got a gear-driven motor and it just doesn't feel very real. The pedals, they also don't feel very real. And the shifter, it honestly feels like a bit of a toy. And so I wanted more. And so I got Moser to hook me up with their new R3 bundle. And this was already just an instant upgrade. You can see it here. This small little unit, it's made of like aircraft grade aluminium apparently. Whatever it's made of, it's like magic. It's so small, but it's a direct drive motor, so it weighs quite a bit, but you can still mount it to your table, and that's exactly what I did. And so I was using this and it was far, far more realistic. Frankly, I've driven on a lot of racetracks, and so I know how a car feels when you're on the road, and yeah, the Logitech doesn't do it. This is far better. And I'll put a link to this in the description below, but it's really good. It also comes with, of course, a steering wheel. It's now Xbox compatible. I use it with my PC though, and it just works a treat. And of course it comes with matching metal pedals as well. And these feel pretty good. But then there is the Mac Daddy. Let me show you it. I said to Moza, hey, look, I want to level up my game even more now that I feel more confident. And can you send me some of your really high-end gear? And that's exactly what they did. First of all, there is this, the Moza R12. It is a direct drive wheelbase. It's got 12 Newton meters of torque. It is a seriously strong unit. They have units that go up even higher than this, but honestly, you don't need it. This thing, it'll rip off your arms if you want it to. I certainly don't have it set to its full potential. You just don't need it. Of course, what good is a direct drive motor when you don't have a steering wheel? So they also sent me this bad boy. This is the Moza RS steering wheel. It's their version 2 of it. It's a leather steering wheel. It feels really nice to hold in the hands. You can see that it's just got a bajillion customizable buttons. You have LEDs at the top for your RPM indicator, and it's also got that really cool quick release system. That sounds glorious. Here's some ASMR. Oh. Then of course, I'm going to be driving i30Ns. Today, right now, I don't know if I'm going to be driving either the DCTs or the manuals or both. So I have both options. Obviously the steering wheel, it has really nice metal paddle shifters, but of course I need an H pattern shifter, don't I? And this one is certainly a lot better than the Logitech one. This is Moza's HGP shifter. It's metal, it's gated, it feels amazing, and also it comes with more gears than you need. Because as you can see here, it comes with 7 gears. And you might be wondering, Matt, why are there 7, not just 6? Well, some sports cars, like a lot of manual Porsches, actually have 7 gears. Usually the 7th gear is reserved as a final drive, but it's good to have. It means I will literally never run out of gears. Last but not least, as part of this Moza setup, well, kind of, is this. So, whack behind my terrible cable management here. It's actually this. These are the Moza CRP pedals, and they are epic. I've actually adjusted them a bit, so I've put in a slightly softer rubber here for the brake pedal, because otherwise it's quite hard to push, but it's fully adjustable. You can adjust everything. You can adjust the angle of the pedals. You can adjust everything from the clutch bite back. It's really impressive, and they feel good, and most of all, they feel realistic. And also, they look epic too. I mean, they're like a work of art. And then, of course, I couldn't help myself, and I had to get something to mount these on. I mean, it's only natural that I want to have this on the best setup possible. So yes, I invested in this. I bought this myself. It's the Meta Quest 3 VR headset, though that's not what I'm here to talk about, at least not right now. You see, I contacted the good people at Next Level Racing, which I didn't even realize they were an Australian company. So it's always cool to support an Australian company, I think. God, the patriot in me is coming out. And they have sent me one of the coolest rigs I think that exists. So right now I'm sitting on the FGT Elite Wheel Plate Edition. That's the name of this cockpit. It comes in a very big box that weighs about 80 kilos. And at first I was, well, shitting myself. I was like, oh my God, I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep at this point. Yes, it did take me about a day to build it, but actually it wasn't that hard. There are just so many pieces to it. It is so customizable, literally everything you can customize. And so that's exactly what I've done. I've currently got it in a hybrid mode. So it's mostly a GT racing setup, but you can also set it up for Formula racing as well, where your legs are like up in the air. This works really well for me, but of course you need to get an accompanying seat, naturally. So that's what I've done. And they sent me the Elite ERS1 seat. It's covered in like this Alcantara-like material. It feels amazing. It is, of course, adjusting, and it means that I can get into my full racing setup, which is awesome. And here's another thing, they also sell a monitor mount. It's called like the Elite Direct monitor mount. Highly recommend you get that, and then you can get yourself a laptop plate for it. So that's what I've done. I've put my laptop up here, and that means that I can have everything in front of me and control it all from here, and that's my setup. Of course, there is one final touch, and that is this. And yes, my fiance She hates me right now because this is in our living room, but I don't care. I'm living my best life. So before we head out to Germany, well, I've been getting in a lot of practice time. Yes, I look dorky. This actually genuinely works. I have been living my best life just doing this every day, practicing so I can get on to the Nürburgring and hopefully not crash. It is so cool. I've become a huge fan of sim racing, and I think it's something I might actually start doing way more often. The sim I'm playing is a Assetto Corsa, and of course it's modded. Oh no! So I can use a car like the i30N. Yeah, it works up a bit of a sweat though. So anyway, that's been me in the last few weeks. Thank you, Moser. Thank you, Next Level Racing. And if you want links to these products down below, I will leave those for you. Definitely check them out, especially if you're into sim racing. They actually make some really affordable, super high quality gear, both of them. I guess now it's time to teleport forward a week and head over to Germany. Well, I don't know how it's been like 2 weeks, but it has. So welcome on board. We are sitting on an Emirates A380 for all my av geeks out there. And I'll be honest with you, this business class is quite nice. So I'm trying to be quiet to not piss off all of my neighbors because unfortunately I have one of those seats where I'm sitting right next to someone. But this flight is going to be, I don't know, 14, 15 hours long. It's going to be a big one. And we of course fly to Dubai where we're going to meet up with a few of the Hyundai guys. I'm going to get comfortable. I'm going to have my champers. Cheers, and I'll report back soon with the amenity kit. So we've taken off and we took off in that thunderstorm. Lightning outside was actually pretty cool. And now we're going through some turbulence, but I thought, let's look at the amenity kit, see what we get. Oh my, this is actually terrifying. You really feel everything in this A380. Oh, by the way, I did look up this plane. I have this really weird morbid thing where I like to look up what accidents the plane has been in. And this plane is 5.5 years old. Only accident, thankfully, is it went off the runway one time. Didn't land quite right, but apart from that, we're sweet. That's our amenity kit. It's actually pretty big. It's quite nice. These are really like super duper useful for like cable bags, things like that. So I'm definitely gonna hold on to this. It's quite nice. Let's see what we get. Bulgari body lotion in case I want to get all soapy in the air. Another Bulgari. Shave balm. I know I'm dirty. I get it. This turbulence is really bad. A dental kit. Eau de parfum. Alright, Emirates. It wasn't that obvious before, but now it is. Deodorant. Okay. A hairbrush. Tissues. A little wazer. Wazer boy. Alright, now it's time for dinner. Wait till the turbulence ends, and I'll report back soon. Alright. I'm ready for bed. I've got a few travel hacks for you guys. One is get yourself a little portable fan. That's mine. It is tiny, like really small, but we turn it on. That's so good. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a really hot sleeper, so having something like that is so good. I don't know if I've actually said where I'm going. I'm going to Frankfurt, by the way. So yeah, Frankfurt first, and of course the Nürburgring. I'm feeling absolutely knackered now. I think the delicious Arabic food has it's filled up my little tub. So now it's time to go to sleep. So anyway, let's hope I have a good night's sleep. Alrighty, so good morning. I slept like a baby. Some might say I slept like a glove. I'm really bad with these phrases today, but anyway. Got my Gruyere egg and sausages. I gotta say, it's pretty delicious sausage. So I slept for 9 or 10 hours. It was crazy. I feel fantastic, actually. So really comfy seats. We'll be there in under 2 hours now. So I'll see you in Dubai. Okay, so hello and welcome on board the second flight. This flight is obviously from Dubai to Frankfurt, so 7-hour flight, just a bit over, so another long flight. Everything is really far away from Australia, if you're not from Australia. So we did get to go into the first class lounge, not that I'm flying first class, obviously. This is business class, but because Bill from Hyundai, he's such a frequent flyer, he got me into the lounge, so it was really nice. The woman there actually told me it was the worst of the first class lounges, but still it was a nice first class lounge with good food. So now on this flight, I feel really well rested and I have a lot of work to do. So
that's what this is for. Back on another A380, of course, and thankfully this one has not had any incidents, so that's good. Cheers. Hopefully today's not the first one. The other thing is that it is so hot. It's about 8 a.m. at the moment and almost 40 degrees outside in Dubai, and you can feel the heat radiating through. I'm sweating. It's so hot in here. Oh my gosh. And for perspective, it's winter in Australia, so hopefully I don't get terribly sick. See you in Frankfurt.
Alrighty guys, so we have made it into Frankfurt and we are driving towards the Nurburgring or Nordschleife. I'm still confused by the naming convention, but we're just gonna call it the Nurburgring. This is Bill, this is Daddy Bill, Head of Communications, the big boss at Australia's Hyundai division. Say hello, Bill.
Hello, Bill. It's great to be here.
He's clearly got some dad jokes within him. Now, like I said a couple of weeks ago now, Bill used to work at Top Gear BBC. He was the deputy editor, and the story that stuck with me was when well actually I might let you describe it, Bill.
Yeah, I practiced the Nürburgring on Gran Turismo, which I think it was Gran Turismo 3, maybe, or one of the old Gran Turismos. So we're talking about 2005. So I practiced on the game, and then I went there for the first time in the same car that I was practicing in, which was Nissan 350Z Nürburgring edition. So yeah, I went there for the first time having practiced it only on the game.
Honestly, it's one of my favorite stories, and that's why I am so happy I was able to recreate that, or I'm going to recreate that, because as you guys know, I've been practicing with the i30N on Assetto Corsa on my mad sim racing setup. Thank you again, Moser and Next Level Racing. And so today it's all about making sure we are well rested for tomorrow, because you have lined up 20 laps, which is, like you said, about 200 minutes in both an i20N and i30N. Neither of these the facelift. We'll be reviewing the facelift on Tuesday. It's currently Saturday. Regardless, tomorrow my cherry is being popped and my dream is coming true, and I'm driving the i30N and the i20N on the Nürburgring. So for now, we're going to keep driving here on the Autobahn. You can see here in the gauge cluster there's a D-restricted badge, yet just like in Australia, people still sit in the fast lane. We are going to zoom over to our hotel and I will update you once we're there. But Bill, thank you again. And actually, I'm gonna say this while Bill is here. Bill here, or Hyundai, they have provided, yes, the flights. They have provided, yes, the accommodation, but that doesn't stop me from talking shit about your cars, okay?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you're here for.
I'll say whatever the goddamn hell I want. And the great thing about Bill is that because he is an ex-journalist, well, honestly, when we find something negative, Bill probably agrees quietly in the background. So he's one of the good ones, guys. All right, we'll speak soon.
See you guys.
Alrighty guys, so we've made it to the hotel. It's crazy, but this is not the crazy part. I have to tell you what has just happened. First, let's enter the room. So we're in a crazy little German room. It's got a lot of charm to it. It's definitely not the nicest thing in the world, but yeah, it's quite charming. That's not what I want to tell you about. So the craziest thing just happened. We're driving here, right? We're going through some of the most beautiful scenery ever. We're like 10 minutes away from the Nürburgring in a place called Adenau. All the roads are kind of blocked off where our hotel is. We need to get to the hotel and park at the hotel. So anyway, we've had to go around some really roundabout ways, but finally we make it to the hotel. And as we're going down this beautiful cobblestone street, and I wish I was filming this, some guy in like a yellow vest, he's quite young, he comes full pelt at the car, screaming, yelling, swearing in German. I've got no idea what he's saying, but it's really intense. And then some guy is like running the other way past the car, and the guy's screaming, and I'm just looking at Bill. I'm like, Bill, we have to go. This is like, this is really intense. I don't know what's going on. Turns out there is some sort of community fun run on. Like a community, I don't even know what it is. It's wholesome, it sounds wholesome, right? But incredibly intense, and we had somehow made it into an area we should not have been in. And I'll show you what I mean. It's a beautiful day today, 30 degrees, lovely. We got these people out here running. I don't know what it is. It's quite cute. So we go into the hotel. My heart rate's already quite up, and I'm piecing myself laughing because of the situation that just happened. There's nothing better than going on a trip and things going wrong, because I think they make for the best stories. We go in and we check in, and the guy is just standing there. He was just like, "You checking in?" It's like just so cold, so cold. And I'm like, "Did you hear the guy yelling?" And he went,
Yeah. Wouldn't you think that the hotel would like call you and tell you, hey, all the roads are going to be blocked off. Be careful. This is a small hotel. There might be like 10 rooms here. Like what? Anyway, the guy just didn't clearly want to be there. And then someone said, oh, I can't wait to go to sleep. I'm gonna have a bit of sleep before we meet at 6 o'clock soon for dinner. It's currently 4 o'clock. And the guy just looks at him and says, you're not going to sleep tonight. And we just kind of look at each other like, what? Like, what do you mean?
It's like 3 a.m. in the morning and it hasn't stopped.
I just couldn't help but piss myself. I mean, this, like, what an experience. It's whack and wild. Anyway, let me show you around my room. We have this wooden bed circa, I don't even know, the 1900s. I quite like it, but certainly old school. Look at this carpet, it is hilarious. We have the map of the Nürburgring. This is really a Nürburgring town. The bathroom is literally bigger than the bedroom itself, so that's quite nice. We have a very dirty couch. Look at the dirt on that, that is epic. And then, yeah, we have some amazing views. I do love this town and it's so beautiful. Like, how cool is that? I've been to Germany before and I've had similar hospitality, perhaps because I don't speak the language, I don't know. But anyway, I think for now I'm going to chill out, get ready for dinner, and I'll see you soon. Holy moly, guys. Okay, dinner has been had. So it's really loud, by the way, in the room. It's, you could probably hear it. The ambient noise is crazy. But my highlight of the night is that we're in this tiny town, right? And so they've found all these different places, these random streets, I guess, where they've put like roller coasters or whatever you would call them. My favorite was this one guy who was sitting there, arm up like that, just swinging around. So nonchalant. And I know he was just dying inside. Apparently it's going to thunderstorm, but that hasn't stopped people coming out in droves. Honestly, it's the most wholesome thing ever because it's like a town festival. They do it once every year. They have this amazing food, lots of very German foods like bratwurst. I'm sure I'm butchering that pronunciation. Yeah, what a cool experience. So tomorrow is a big day because we are waking up super duper early and we are going to drive on the Nürburgring for the first time. So I'm going to get some shut-eye, I'm going to get some kip, and I will see you in the morning. Hopefully I've had a decent sleep. Famous last words. This is the second time they've played Africa by Toto. I'm not joking. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. I bless the rains down in Africa. Okay, time to sleep.
It's like 3 a.m. in the morning and it hasn't stopped. I think I've heard Africa by Toto like 3 times and it's sung live. It's sung live. I should be up in about 3 hours time and I've had no sleep. I didn't know Germans partied this hard. What the fuck? This might have been hilarious, and it might be hilarious in hindsight, but I'm not finding it very funny at the moment. What the f***?
Okay, so good morning. Yes, last night I didn't sleep the best, but I'm feeling very energized and awake because right over there, well, that is the Nürburgring. We're here at a place called RSR because before the actual launch, Bill has organized for us, like I said, to have 20 laps in both the i20N and an i30N, shared between us all, of course. So we're going to go inside, we're going to have a safety briefing from RSR, and I have to say, I'm super excited and definitely a bit nervous for the whole experience, but nerves are probably a good thing, I hope. Alrighty guys, so driving on to the Nürburgring. This is a tourist day, which means that it is an open day. I'm here with Terry from RSR, who is my driving instructor, and I've asked him very kindly to only chime in if I'm about to up. So,
fair comment.
at least for the first time. This is exciting, it's scary, there's a lot of insane cars. In front of me is a Porsche GT3 RS. I saw a Toyota Hilux go on. So yeah, there's a lot of vehicles on here. So I'm gonna shut up, I'm gonna film this, and I just wanna get my first ever trip. Alrighty, so we're going through the gates. I'm gonna let the GT3 RS in front of me go. I'm gonna put the car into N mode. Guys, there is every car on this track. I've never seen so many Porsches in my life. I've never seen so many BMW M products in my life. Interestingly, not many Mercedes AMG products, which I find quite interesting. But yeah, this is unbelievable. So we're coming out of the tourist area. We're gonna put our foot down. The GT3 RS, they're all warming up their tires, swerving around. We have one of the most heavily modified M4 GTs I've ever seen. And one thing I've been told not to do is go into the grass because it is a damp day today. So the part we're going through now is actually where I've been practicing on Assetto Corsa. It's essentially the pit lane. And so I'm quite visually familiar with this part. And it really does look exactly like in the simulator. No gas. I have to be honest with you guys, this is one of the most terrifying driving experiences of my life just because of the amount of cars that are using this track. There is definitely a racing line, and what we were told in the safety briefing is that people go off all the time. This is a massive crest, so we're gonna let it go and then we're gonna brake. There is a GTC on my ass. Please go past me. There's an M2. Oh my God, there's an M2 CS. God, it's not even the track that's scary, it's everyone else on the track, because this is a public road. You technically just pay a toll to get onto it. This is one of the corners that I was always very scared of. Heavy on the brakes. Now, obviously, you'll notice that this is the DCT of the i30N, but I'm honestly not too sad about that because I've got a lot of experience. This one's a weird one because you just drive straight, and it's epic. It's epic around here. So a lot of these corners, my instructor, Terry, has told me, it's very different to how I would have practiced. It's an incredibly technical track, and just like, you have to really put your trust inside of the car, and also hopefully be a good driver. You can barely talk. This is one of the coolest experiences ever. Oh, I remember this from the sim very well. No braking. I have to defy all of my feelings. So we're halfway through the track now. We're at about 11 kilometers, a bit over. Oh God, this guy's just M4 CS. It's crazy to see the M4 CS overtake the M4. But I have to say, this i30N is epic. The ELSD is just pulling you around so quickly. Oh, and there is orange. So someone has gone off the track somewhere, or there is an incident. So here you have to go slow, and you will be reported if you overtake someone. You can't do it. And so far from what I've seen, well, there's a lot of proper track etiquette here and people do actually follow the rules. Oh, and we can see what's happened. Oh, that's a shame. M3's gone, but now we can give it some gas. So we go straight here towards the AMG sign. And then this one here, I always thought you had to go around, but I was wrong. You go across this. Don't do it too much or you'll bin it. And one thing you should never do is hit an apex because they're really raised. Like, I think all the Porsches have completely lapped us now, coming behind us. This is called YouTube Corner, and this is where everyone goes off. So I'm gonna let them all go. I will say, the Moser stuff I've got, the next level racing gear, it really does feel like I'm prepared. I'm prepared for this. It's like, this is what it felt like to practice. So, no gas. The Yokohama sign, I remember that one. So 2 wheels on the left, on the black. Again, we're going around and in. Oh, this is epic. And then this is the long straight, but you don't want to go too fast. You want to kind of let it cool down now because, like I said, it's a tourist day. This isn't a racetrack. This is a literal public road. So letting the car cool down is really important. We caught up to that Passat R-Line with the 206 TSI engine inside of it. But like I said, someone brought a Hilux onto here and I wish I got it. I filmed it. It's just crazy. That was epic, Terry. Thank you. Thanks for not letting me go off. Okay, so welcome to the Nürburgring. So like I said, over here is where the tourists go. You see the boom gates, you just drive up, you pay a toll, and you can drive literally whatever you want. Yeah, and people are here from everywhere. They've come from the UK, they've come from France, they've come from, obviously, Germany. This car here, this GT3 is from the Czech Republic. And like I said, there are just cars from everywhere, and it's like a bit of a car show as well. So for example, you've just got old BMW M3s, old GT3 RSs, GT2s, RS3s. I mean, I could talk through all of them, but it's just the coolest shit ever. Look at this Alpine in the most beautiful green I've ever seen. Just so cool. So plan now is to have a bit of a break before we go into the i20N and take that on the track. But like I said, epic first time on the ring. I've now done a few laps. I don't feel that confident yet, and I don't think I ever will because you've got all these cars coming up your ass at all times. But this is possibly the coolest day of my life. Okay, let's get something to eat. Okay, so I'm here with Fabrice, who is teaching me how to drive the i20N, and we will do a proper lap in a moment. However, the track has now been closed, and so we have to leave the track. But it's crazy, guys. Like, look at all of these GT3s, and it's just everything. It's awesome. So I'll check back in with you when I can actually drive properly and film it for you. Alrighty, guys. So the track is now back open, and I'm with yet a new instructor who has many Porsches himself. And now we're gonna take the i20 on to the Nürburgring. So yeah, this one is definitely, there's more involved because it is a manual. So we have to think about things a little bit more, but it is epic. I've already taken it around a few times, so I'm gonna shut up and you can see me on the track now.
Yes. And after, stay right, stay right. Yes, open left, stay left, stay left, stay left, open to the right. Not directly, brake, just leave the car. Go left, don't follow him, don't. And indicate, he see you.
Okay,
stay
good.
on the left and go right. Yes, right, left, direct. Okay, soft brake, directly right, soft brake, directly left. Gas now to the right. Okay, and straight to the left, brake off. Right inside, gas now to left, inside and open right, gas to the and forgive. Okay, let's go. Stand right, car overtaking you. Okay, and 5, go on the right, open to the left with the gas. Go, gas. Yes, better on 4, but we have a yellow just after.
Oh,
yes,
yellow.
Right. Yeah, but don't brake, just go.
There's so many people that have gone off on this today.
It's a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always the same. Go left and brake. Go on 4, right. After go on 3, open left. Go. Now left inside.
This is the
inside and directly right. Gas now. Gas. Open left. Try not when you are like that. You turn really too much.
Yes.
And you can give a more grip. Okay, go left, overtake on left. Yes, overtake.
There's a
on
lot
left.
more cars now.
Brake off, overtake on left. Yes, good.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of cars. Okay, left. Stay left. Brake harder. Brake off. Right, directly left. Brake. Go on third. Yes, stay left. After a fast car coming, it's coming. Go on right. Gas now. Gas on right. Gas on right. Yeah. Well, we must stay in the corner. Go on 4.
It's just
release the gas, right. Okay.
they're really trying to get. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is terrifying.
Let's go. Not terrifying. Normal life here.
Yeah.
Okay, go on 4. But you go on left for nothing.
Yes.
Okay, now you stay on left. Brake. Go on third. Stay left. And now gas. A little bit gas. Push. You release the gas. It's not good. You have the grip and you are good on the line. You can push it. And open left.
Oh my God.
Good. Okay, brake. Go on 4. And gas to the left. Open to the right now. Open to the right. Not braking. Brake soft. Open, and right. Yeah, you see the guys was wrong. So you go to left. On the left now, open right. Yes, stay on the right. Mini Cooper is on the left. Brake. Brake off. Left inside the carousel.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dangerous. The exit of the carousel is dangerous.
I think they're racing each other.
Perhaps.
Oh my gosh.
Stay left. Well done.
I think I need a breather after that one. Oh man.
It was good.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it's a normal life.
Yeah, for normal life. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you are welcome.
You've been a fantastic instructor, and now I need a
one more.
No, I will. I need to recover. That was epic. But there's so many cars.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Alrighty, guys. So after that i20N ride, it might have seemed like Fabrice was being very, very hard on me. And to be fair, he kind of was.
Gas. Push. You release the gas. It's not good.
I don't know. It's one of those people you just shut up and you listen to them, you know, because he knows what he's doing. He knows every corner of that track. He's been on that 3,000 times, he told me, at least. It's so sketchy. The hardest part of driving on the Nürburgring is all the other cars around you, because not only are you having to concentrate over 20 kilometers of racetrack, 300 meters of elevation and descent across it, you've got to worry about, frankly, dickheads driving around, especially on an open day like today, who, dickheads isn't the right word, but you know, just guys that have a lot more balls than I do, that's for sure. Anyway, now we have something really exciting. We're getting in a G70 taxi. It's called a Nürburgring taxi, and essentially giving us a hot lap inside of a G70. I'm ecstatic, I'm exhausted. I don't even know what's real at this point, but look at this, look how beautiful this is. It's so beautiful and green and just awesome. So yes, I'm kind of a bit jumpy, but also what a cool experience.
Unfortunately, I think I see a lot of traffic going out ahead of us, but we'll figure it out.
You almost have a South African accent.
I do have a South African accent. You don't like South African?
No. I was like,
You were like,
I'm glad I picked up on it.
South African.
There's a lot of South Africans in Australia, and I'm like, there's no way. Look, there's a hint of German in there as well.
Yeah, no. I'm homegrown South African. So we have Antonius Buche, Bilstein Bridge. Now we're going to come down into Tiergarten.
Shit, man, you know your shit.
I think these guys are going to get some gas at T13, yeah. So around T13 we go. Grand Prix check is on the left hand side, and we are coming down into Sabine Smitskurve now. So now we are heading towards Hatzenbach itself.
Holy shit, man. You are so much better than me.
Now we come to Hocheichen. Still getting my German pronunciations better. Butchering the German language as I go along, you know.
Is this stock?
It's stock other than the suspension. It's got some KW in there.
Well, and that's it. That's unbelievable. Amazing you know all the names. Far out, man. You are epic.
Alright, so now we're heading down into Brightside. Other thing about Brightside is the dip that we go through here. This is also the lowest point on the circuit. So now we're going to start to climb back up again. Tires are getting a little warm.
Yeah, what tires are on it?
Michelin DS4S.
That's it?
Yep.
Holy shit.
So louder links and down into Bergberg.
I just can't believe how much grip this has. I'm shocked. Well, this is one of my favorites, I think.
Carousel.
Yeah.
Everybody loves carousel. So in we go. Alright, so now we're starting our climb up towards Hoacht. Hoacht is the highest point on the circuit.
And I'm so impressed by, I'm not even, like, no joke, this G70, the fact it's doing this is unreal. I had low expectations, I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
No, this is a good piece of kit, this.
This is a problem with my driving, clearly, and not the car.
Yeah, just make a little bit of noise for the crowds, you know? I'm joking.
No. I love how many people there are, you know, just looking at the Nürburgring, it's awesome.
That's going to bring us back around onto the Dottinger Hohe, and we are finished.
There's a reason they say never trust the South African.
You enjoyed it?
Mate, that was epic. Holy I had no idea one could go that fast on the Nürburgring. You know what I mean? That was epic. Thank you, man. Welcome to night 2 in a sleepy German town. Oh man, tonight is going to be the same experience as last night, I guarantee it. I'm going to be up at 3 a.m. wishing they would stop partying. But anyway, as you do in Germany, you have to party. It's unbelievable. What a day. I don't think I've ever had such a cool day in my life. It's like wicked. I can't believe I'm even here at the moment and that this is real life. The i20N, that was, you know, being yelled at by a scary man. Not something I love, but you know what? It built character in me. i30N was genuinely one of the best track cars I've driven. And frankly, I preferred the i30N to the i20N, which is something I've never said before. I've driven both of those on track quite a lot, but on the Nürburgring, the i30N, it just shone. Like, my gosh, the amount of grip it had, the amount of power it had, it was unreal. And of course, we can't forget that Genesis G70. Wow. I didn't know that those things could go that fast. It was a genuinely amazing, amazing experience. And so now I'm gonna have to listen to this German doof music. It's 10 o'clock at night and I'm really hoping that tomorrow's a work day. The festival ends technically tonight, so surely they're not gonna go all night, but who knows. Regardless, I'm gonna get some kip and I'll see you in the morning. But before we go though, of course, I'll give you a final send off. Anyway, I don't wanna get copyright striked. Good night. Alrighty guys, a very good morgen to you. I've got Daddy Jacob. I have to check in on Daddy Jacob, make sure he's writing all his news articles and reviews for the website while I'm away. Thank you for holding.
Micro bloody management.
It is a bit of micromanagement. So today, you know what, I'm not even going to tell you. I'm just going to take you to the Hyundai Research and Development Facility, but also this place is just, it's so Germanic.
It's very Deutsch. Ist Deutscher ist gut.
Speak to you soon. So, guten Morgen, we are here at the Hyundai Motor Group Research and Development Center for Europe. And it's, of course, next to the Nurburgring. There's also a bunch of other manufacturers around here, like General Motors, there's Porsche next door. It's crazy, there's just everything going on. So, we're gonna go inside. Obviously, I can't actually show a lot because there's gonna be a lot of prototypes and things like that, but I'm gonna sneak in my little microphone. So we'll get something, I promise. And hopefully I'll try and film as much as I possibly can, but let's go in. Alrighty guys, so we are currently in this top secret workshop and it is so cool. There is a camouflaged EV9 with yellow brake calipers. So something tells me it's gonna be like a GT EV9. Every one of these cars they have in here, these prototypes, they run 10,000 kilometers on the Nürburgring, and they use the exact same battery and running gear, like drivetrain, that comes delivered from Korea as the prototype to make sure that it's actually reliable. There's another car here that I've never seen before. It is the most wild looking Hyundai. I wish I could show you guys. I'm sure within the next couple of years we can, but it's got an epic interior. The way it looks is like an extended hatchback. Very cool. And then there's like this, what looks to me like a new Kia Sportage. It's very similar in shape and size, but perhaps it's the EV version. It's definitely a Kia. So they run Kia, Genesis, and Hyundai out of this workshop, and it is just epic. This was so cool. They run all of these cars on the Nürburgring. They put in a roll cage into each of these cars, and then they put Recaro seats in them as well. So this EV9 giant SUV has a big roll cage in it. Don't quote me on this, but it definitely looks like they're creating a high performance Kia EV9. How close do you reckon this is to our roads back home?
Not at all. Not in the slightest. We're now in sport mode.
So were we just in normal mode?
That is sport mode.
Oh wow.
This is normal mode.
I see. And you were quite heavily involved in the development of these sounds too.
Yes.
Yeah. So were there iterations where that was just like pop, 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 like just a lot? Or has it always been quite, I would say, tame almost in a way?
You mean the sound?
The sound, yeah. Like were there times where you had it really loud and you were like, no, this is too much?
No, I don't think we had it too loud. It was just the character of the sounds that were changing. Like, in the early development phase, it sometimes sounded like you had a gun, and you were firing a gun, and that was somehow you didn't really connect it to a normal exhaust sound.
Yes.
So you had to modify that.
While we wait here, I'm curious of everything you've done to this car specifically? I don't think I've mentioned, but Alex, I mean, what is your role title? I don't want to get it wrong.
So I work as an executive expert, means a high-level expert that is more or less in a consulting role for the vehicle development with focus on chassis setup, chassis controls, so the vehicle dynamics.
So really, you're the big boss around here.
I wouldn't call me as a big boss,
Wait.
but I have quite some influence in our development. Yeah.
100%. Dan and I, we're going to drive the Ioniq 5N tomorrow on track. So it'll be very fascinating to see how it compares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You will be amazed how easy it is to go fast. The car is really fast and it's easy to drive.
I'm almost going to be terrified, I think.
Okay. What I want to show you now, we are getting to a section where it's very easy to evaluate the body control. We have quite some severe primary inputs from the road, but you should go like 120 kph to do that. And so let's go. You feel the inputs from the road, but you can feel that the body is well controlled. It's not being upset, it's flat. Now we come to a more curvy section where you can see how the car reacts and how the balance of the car is. And if your spring damper setup is not correct here, you would feel how the car unsettles and how difficult it is to follow the exact trajectory during the curve. So this road is really important for us, especially when we do spring and damper tuning.
So we've made a quick stop to YouTube Corner. Like I said yesterday, this is where a lot of people can come, the public, and just stand here and film a bunch of cars driving through here. It's quite a hairy little turn actually. So a lot of people do go off and that's why there's so many spectators here as well. I don't want to be too loud because people are really quiet here just trying to get videos and photos. But yeah, really, really awesome to be here, standing here. And this is where we'll be driving later today because we're going to come back to the track and finish off our 20 laps. It's a lot of laps. All right, so now we're on to the Autobahn and we're gonna see how fast we can go. What's the max speed theoretically? Holy shit, are we already at 200?
It's indicating 267.
That is epic. I think that's the fastest I've ever gone in my entire life. You were here to witness that, Dan. That's unreal. It got there so much faster than I expected. Honestly, how epic was that? So we've come here to what they call the paddock, right next to the Nürburgring. After that drive, seriously, one of the coolest things ever, just sitting there with the engineer and going through all of their just daily driving that they do in these cars. And then they all get out and they stand around with a coffee, just talk about how things could have been better. And then they go back and retune it. And that's how they do it. And that's how a lot of brands actually do it. It's all by feel. So it's really good just seeing the human side of it all that we just don't get to see, right? We see the final product, but there's so much that goes into it. It's just human nature, right? What we like. And of course, these guys are real experts. So now we're gonna relax and then we have a few more events on tonight. We have a big group dinner and also we've moved to a new hotel. So I'll show you that. All righty guys, we've made it to the hotel and I've just walked in. This is cool. So thank you Hyundai because I love it. It's an N bag. That is so cool. That's sweet. I have to check that out a bit more. We are ready for you. Well, guess what? I'm ready for you too, Hyundai. Boxenstopp, that means pit stop, I think, in German, I'm guessing. Let me know in the comment section, my German followers. So yeah, a really nice room. I think I need to pass out. I'm so tired. We have 50 minutes before, oh, Jacob would be so jealous. It's Schlafschaffen. I got Schlafschaffen. Oh, they're like little gummy bears, I don't know. Anyway, I get distracted very easily. Clearly, it's time to get ready for dinner and these are going to be the cars we are driving tomorrow. You can see them all out here. i30N Fastback, i20N, and of course the i30. So yes, that's all very cool. We'll check in soon. Okay, so welcome. We are now going to be driving all of these i30Ns. I'm absolutely surrounded by i20Ns, i30Ns. We're actually in the fastback here with a cloth seat, epic. However, there has been a little bit of a up because this isn't the facelift. I mean, it's a facelift, but it's not the facelift. So it seems we've come all the way to Germany and accidentally, yeah, a bit of miscommunication. We're not actually going to be driving the facelift. However, I will say that this thing here, well, it drives exactly the same. In fact, the fastback is faster because it has a better drag coefficient. So let's go. Alrighty guys, so first things first, I'm back in the car with Bill. Check my hand, Bill. This is very awkward otherwise. First thing we're doing is an emergency brake, and then we are doing a slalom. So good luck to us.
Good luck to us, especially to me. It's a little bit late.
I think it's a worse feeling when you're in the passenger as well. That really hurt my leg. I did that way too bad. I'm doing the slalom. I think I need a bit more practice, Bill.
Dust jerky.
Dust jerky.
I don't think he saw you. I think he's watching someone else, which is just as well.
Okay, I think it's time to properly drive this thing. All right, so back on the Nürburgring. We've done a couple of warm-up laps now, going kind of slow, but we're gonna put the car into N custom. So we have been told specifically, we will get sued if we crash the car, if ESC is not fully on, which I think kind of defeats the purpose of N mode because it puts it into a sport traction. But anyway, we're gonna put suspension into sport, steering, we're gonna make that nice and heavy, keep ESC on and ELSD on full. So I gotta be honest, I am a little bit, annoyed's not the right word, but a little sad that I gotta get to drive the facelifted version of the i30N on the Nürburgring. Though to be fair, it's a very minor facelift. It's minor cosmetic changes and some minor interior changes. And don't worry, there will be a full review. And you can actually go out and buy one of those cars now. And of course, if you do want to buy one of those, make sure you check out carsauce.com/buy. I hate to pitch it, but it's really worth it. We have a team of dedicated buyers who will get you the best price on your next car, like an i30N. And because we have thousands of dealers, we make them literally fight each other to get you the best deal, and we charge a fixed fee, so we always go in the hardest for you. It's a really, really good service. Heaps of you guys are using it, which is awesome. So yeah, if you want to buy an i30N or any other new car, you've got to use carsauce.com/buy. Anyway, back to the Nürburgring. Let's talk about the i30N, because when I was driving it on the track, obviously it was an open day. It was a tourist day, and there were so many people, and it was terrifying. This is much better. So this is a huge drive day experience, essentially. Oh God, I got to turn off the safety stuff. This is possibly the worst place in the world to turn off safety systems on the Nürburgring. Oh no. Oh, I'm one-handed steering. This is not good. Okay, and so there's a bunch of different cars. There's i20Ns, there's the i30N, and don't worry, I'll be driving the Ioniq 5N today as well, and you'll see that very soon. But it's way better because this isn't a tourist day. They've actually hired out the entire Nurburgring Nordschleife, except for, of course, the Grand Prix track. But it's the normal track, about 20 kilometers long, 21 kilometers. And so there isn't this terrible pressure of GT3s and M3, M4s coming up on my ass and scaring the shit out of me. And instead we're just driving in a fast convoy. And it really gives me appreciation for the i30N. I've said it before, I don't think that this is the most competent hot hatch on a track. In fact, Honda Civic Type R is definitely going to be better around the ring. And actually at that research and development facility we visited yesterday, they had a Honda Civic Type R, so they know that as well. They benchmark their i30N against it, and it does do very, very well. But what this does is it's far cheaper than that car to buy, and it provides, I would say, 95% of the driving performance. And of course, way more emotion. We're in N mode, of course, well, custom, because we have the ESC on, and listen. It's just like, it's epic. So you're driving around here, your ELSD is hooking you up incredibly well. You have loads of mechanical grip. Obviously we're in the fastback right now, so it's actually a little bit faster than the hatchback because it just has, well, it has more grip and it has a lower drag coefficient, so it's more slippery. It's incredible. And I'm having such an awesome time. Like, I'm driving on the Nürburgring right now. How epic is that? And actually, you could do it as well. Obviously, you would have to pay for it. And like I've said, I haven't paid for this. This is being provided to me by Hyundai. But like I said, with Bill even in the car, it's not going to stop me from telling you about its shortfalls. But really, the i30N has very, very few. It's not the nicest interior because clearly they spent all of their budget developing it, and that's a known fact. But it is just amazing. It is so good and so much fun to drive. Like I'm just having a real blast, a real honest, true to God blast. Okay, so driving the Ioniq 5N, we're about to take it on the Nürburgring, and I have to say, I'm really excited. We have it in dual clutch mode, we have the fake sound on. This thing is, oh, it is epic. Okay, here's the crazy thing about this car. Completely fake gearing. But it feels so real. It also weighs so much, 2.3 tons. Imagine the weight of a Toyota Hilux. That's what this is, except it has so much grip, and we saw that yesterday when we were driving with its essentially chief engineer here. The craziest part for this car, and the thing you have to watch out for, are the tires, because really that is the worst factor of this car. They have to control the entire weight, the braking, everything about this car. And so it's so much pressure on these tires that they wear out extremely quickly. When you compare it to a conventional internal combustion engine car that literally weighs 2/3 of what this does. But I love it. I love the sound. I love the feel of the fake dual clutch. It handles unbelievably well, and it's so fast. My, it is so fast. When I went to the local launch of this, and you can watch the review, I'll link that down below. Earlier in Australia, obviously, it has nothing on driving it on the Nürburgring. It is just epic. You get up to 200 so quickly. It is so cool. So as you can see, I'm currently wearing a helmet. I can't actually hear anything, so I'm probably talking way too loud. I'm quite down a little bit. About to go out in the TCR car. This is an i30N that is a TCR car. So essentially an i30N race car, extremely wide, heavily modified. Let's go. Wow, thank you so much. That's epic. Oh, good? I think I need to throw up. No, I'm joking. I'm good. I'm very good. That was awesome. So as you guys saw, that was bonkers. This thing here is so powerful. My camera here, it could not keep up. So I've just kept in a few different parts where the camera was back to normal, but I had to keep reaching to grab it, and I almost couldn't because the G-forces were so strong. Thankfully, the GoPro sitting at the front was all good, but that was one of the coolest experiences ever, especially around the Nurburgring, the Nordschleife. That was so fast, unbelievable. And really the mechanics underneath, like the basis of it is obviously i30N, and then they just go fucking bonkers on it. How cool. And a huge thank you to Marcus, who is the driver of this. He also is in charge of the whole operations of this huge driver's day here at the Nurburgring Nordschleife. He is epic. Thank you so much. That was a really cool experience. So as you can see, we are currently at Frankfurt Airport for all my AV geeks out there, my fellow AV geeks, 747-800, one of the last remaining airlines, Lufthansa, to
fly this bird. But my journey is not done, but it is for this video. I want to give a huge thank you to Bill from Hyundai and everyone else for giving me the opportunity to drive some amazing Hyundai products on the Nürburgring. What an epic trip. The next trip now is preparing for Volkswagen. It's Volkswagen Skoda, Volkswagen commercial vehicles, and also Cupra. So heading to other parts of Germany and Spain as well for the next couple of weeks, but that video will be coming a bit later. We have to wait for all the embargoes to lift. But what a great way to end the video here with the 747-800. I love it. I love all things mechanical. Thank you guys very much for watching. Of course, if you want to buy any new car, head to carsauce.com/buy. My team will get you the best prices and with cars actually in stock. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, please do like it and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you around, and you'll get to see a lot of travel vlogs like this. We're traveling overseas like 4 or 5 times in the next month alone. So a lot of cool content. And let me know what you guys thought of the Hyundai products on the Nürburgring. Is it something you expected? A Korean brand in Germany? That big, huh? All right, ciao for now.